That mind was strong bow, deep how deep you drew it, then hard archer, at dim fearful range, and brought dear glory down. You overcame the stranger, the virgin, with her hooking lion claws, and though death sang, stood like a tower to make pale the best take heart, fortress against our sorrow, true king's giver of laws, majestic Oedipus. No prince in Thebes had ever such renown, no prince won such grace of power.
And now of all men ever, known most pitiful in this man's story. His fortunes are most changed, his state fallen to a low slave ground under bitter fate. O Oedipus, most royal one, the great doors that expel you to the light gave at night, gave night to your glory. As to the father, to the fathering son, all understood too late. How could the queen whom Laius won the garden that he harrowed at his height be silent when that act was down?
But all eyes fail before time's eye, all action come to justice there. Though never willed, though far down the deep past your bed, your dead searing are brought to book at last. Child by Laius, doomed to die, then doomed to lose that fortune, little death. Would God you never took breath in this air that with my wailing lips I take to cry. For I weep the world's outcast, I was blind, and now I can tell why. Asleep for you had given ease of breath to Thebes, while the false years went by.
The queen is dead.
Jocasta dead, but at whose hand? We cut it off.
Her own, the full horror of what happened you cannot know, for you did not see it, but I, who did, will tell you as clearly as I can how she met her death. When she had left us in passionate silence passing through the court, she ran to her apartment in the house, her hair clutched by her fingers of both hands, her closed the door behind her, then by the bed where long ago the fatal son was conceived, that son who should bring about his father's death, we heard her call Laius, dead so many years, and heard her wail for the doubt of double fruit of her marriage, a husband by her husband, children by her children. Exactly how she died I do not know, for Oedipus burst in mourning and would not let us keep vigil to the end. It was by him, and he stormed about the room, that our eyes were caught. From one to another of us went, begging a sword, cursing the wife, who was not his wife, the mother whose womb had carried his own children and himself. I do not know. It was none of us hated him. But surely one of the gods was in control, for with a dreadful cry he hurled his weight as though wrenched out of himself. At the twin doors the bolts gave, and he rushed in, and there we saw her hanging, her body swaying from the cruel cord she had noosed about her neck. A great sob broke from him, hearts breaking to hear, as he loosed the rope and lowered her to the ground. I would bolt out from my mind what happened next, for the king ripped from her gown the gold brooches that were her ornament, and raised them and plunged them down straight into his own eyeballs, crying, "No more, no more shall you look on the misery about me, the horrors of mine own doing. Too long you have known the faces of those whom I should never have seen, too long been blind to those for whom I was searching. From this hour to go in darkness." As I spoke, he struck at his eyes, not once but many times, and the blood spattered his beard, bursting from his ruined sockets like red hail. So from the unhappiness of two, this evil had sprung a curse on the man and woman alike. The old happiness of the house of Labdicus was happiness enough. Where is it today? It is all wailing and ruin, disgrace, death, all the misery of mankind. that has a name, and it is Wooly and forever theirs. Amen.
Is he in agony still? Is there no rest for him? Down. And oh no!